Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. It is another glorious day here in the kingdom of the Moorlands, and also a perfect time of year and temperature to be looking at a nice lightweight, well, I say lightweight, it's on the heavier side of lightweight, but to be having a look at the Ranger LT fleece from Triple Aught Designs. Now there's a couple of points in on this. This is the LT version. There is also a version that is, you'll see that it says patched version or it says non-patched. This is the patched version. You probably what does that mean? See this little thing here? Triple Aught Design call these their Ranger eyes. It's a wee tiny little patch. This one glows in the dark, which is kind of cool. But the patch sits just here, so you can either have it with this small Ranger patch or you can have it without, which I guess is kind of nice if you don't like patches. Who doesn't like patches anyway? Now before we get into it, as I usually do, just to confirm a little bit about me, this is a US extra large, which is actually larger than I usually go for. I usually go for an EU extra large, which is a US extra large. But I checked the measurements, and the extra large version that I have here, I could have gone for the large. I went for the extra large mainly because I wanted to be able to layer up underneath this, and that's why I went for the extra large. I'm 5'10". I have a 48-inch chest, a 36-inch waist. I'm about 100 kilos, which is about 220 pounds-ish. And yeah, I feel that it fits me just right. Now today, I'm not particularly layering up the zipper on this. The zipper's on the wrong side. Triple Aught Designs, the zip goes on this side, not this side. Anyway, but you'll get used to that. Today I'm just wearing a simple t-shirt underneath this. I don't have a lot of layers on, but if I should need to, I've done a few walks where I've had a t-shirt and a shirt on underneath this, and it fits just fine. Now, as we usually do, we'll go into some colours, some materials, and then we'll have a look around the features of the Ranger hoodie, shirt, jacket. Now, colours-wise, at the time of filming, there are 4 colours: black, green, grey, and I think there's a navy blue, or is it a coyote version? So there are the 4 colours. The version that I have on here today, hopefully you'll be able to see, this is the black version. The material that this is made from with Triple Aught Designs. Now Triple Aught Designs really do separate themselves from a lot of other budget manufacturers. Triple Aught Designs are definitely what I would class as a premium brand. And what they've done is, true to form with Triple Aught Designs, is they've gone and they've worked with Polartec on this. So the material that this is made from is the Polartec Wind Pro material. Now it is a wind stopper material. I will say it does let a little bit through, but I'm only talking enough to help to regulate your temperature and just to help with some breathing. It does stop a lot of the wind, which does a very good job. It is a light fleece. It's not one of those thick, heavy fleeces that you can get that instead of stopping the wind, they just make sure that they trap in more temperature. This stops some of the wind, helps to trap in more of the temperature to help to keep you nice and warm, and it does a very good job of that. All of the other materials on here, apart from things like your hook and loop here down at the bottom with velcro, and then you have YKK zippers throughout these. All of the zippers have these little kind of pulls on them. They're reasonably easy to grab. I will say though that I mean, I've not worn gloves a lot this year yet, but when you have your gloves, they can be a fiddle to find. But the beauty is, I won't take it off because it'll take me forever to put it back on again. These are pulls that are very easy to take off. So if you have a preferred pull, you're like, oh, I don't like those pulls, I always use this one, my dad used to swear by him, kind of thing, then you can take these off and you can easily replace them if you wanted to. Now, features wise, getting into the actual hoodie jacket itself. So starting at the top, there is a large and generous hood. I do like the hood on this. I certainly find with a lot of American products, I don't know if the people of the US have reasonably large heads compared to the people of Europe. I have a massive melon, so finding jackets and hoodies and stuff that accommodate my large head is certainly nice. I feel some days I was probably born on the wrong continent. But yes, so I have my hat, I just have my woolen hat on underneath here. I think because I've got my wool hat on, it does a very good job of having some purchase. In fact, let's just take this off. I'm still sure it does a pretty good job of holding my head. Now the reason why I'm talking about this is as you're turning in here, the hood moves with your head rather than your head moving within it. So it does a good job of that. It doesn't have a reinforced brim, but it does have a slightly longer brim, so it will protect your eyes a little bit from the sun and the elements if needs be. Oh, I've just realised as well, sorry, I forgot to mention, as far as the Polartec Wind Pro, this does have a DWR coating on here, which will protect you from a light rain. It's not a waterproof jacket. It's you know, it is what it is. Essentially it's a polyester fleece, but because of the coating that you've got on here, it will keep you reasonably dry in a light rain. But really, that's the point where you should be getting your hard shell and putting it up. But you guys know that anyway. So yes, hood is great, and there is also, you have a chin guard on here. Now we'll say that the front here, I suppose I guess this would, the collar, it is reasonably high. So when you have this on and the hood is down, it does a very good job of, you know, keeping your neck nice and warm. I've got a 17.5, 18-inch neck. It's not restricting, but it's just about right. So again, when I'm moving my head, it's great. It feels nice around my neck and my beard. It's not pinching or pulling any of my facial pubes. It just does a good job of being able to, again, to keep that heat in. It is a full zip, so all the way from the top down to the bottom here you have a full zip opening. Now I mentioned this at the beginning, which is why you just saw me struggle. I don't think it's a European thing. I don't even know why, but some people decide to put the zip on this side, some people just decide to pull the zip on this side. This one just feels a little bit foreign to me, but I mean, I've been doing this long enough to realise that there doesn't seem to be a consistency on which nations do it on one side and which nations do it on the other. So anyway, you just get used to it. For me, I've kind of got used to it, but you know, anyway, moving on. The zip on here is also a double zip as well, so if you are wearing this with something on a belt, you need to be able to get access to your belt or whatever it is that you have around here, or maybe you have something on the inside that you need to be able to get access without having to take your whole the whole fleece off, or maybe you're walking, you've got your backpack on, you've got a sternum strap instead of, you know, you just kind of do whatever it is that you need to do, then yes, there you go. So it opens both ends. The front panel itself, reasonably, no certain features that are on here. It has a very sort of plain front to this. Sorry, I just knocked that little Ranger tab there. Maybe that's the reason why they decided to have Ranger tabs or not Ranger tabs, because I will say every now and again when you move your arm past it, you hear it just go. Oh, you probably couldn't hear that, but it just half unvelcroed. Yes, so reasonably plain front. To the sides, you then have two very large pockets. Now these are really large. They are on the inside, they are mesh lined. Probably should have checked. I'm guessing this will be like a polyester mesh. It seems like a fairly kind of standard mesh that you get through a lot of these style pockets. On the inside, I've said this before with a previous piece of content, if you're a manufacturer and you are thinking of making outdoors garments and you're looking at pockets, this is a must, and that is these 2 points. The first one being inside the pocket here, there is a lashing point. So if you have any sort of tools, or it's a compass, it might even be a fire lighter, something like that, that you can take out, do whatever it is that you need to do, and if you drop it, it's going to be lashed to this. Very useful, and glad that that's added. The other one, now I will say with this one, if there was anything that I could change about this, it would be this additional pocket. So again, on the inside here, hopefully you'll be able to see that there is another additional pocket, but this pocket is more like, just trying to find my knife, it's more like a slip pocket. So here is, what's from this one, this is the Farmer X. This fits into here just perfect. I can't get my wallet, I can't get my keys, I can't get my shutter cover, I can't get those into this. It feels like it's just purely been designed for a knife. If it was a little bit bigger, for me personally, I think that would be more useful. At least something that is the size that you can fit a credit card into. Again, that's my own personal preference, and I certainly wouldn't put me off this. I like the fact that it's added. You then also have, which these are very difficult to show you. So in here, so where this pocket is, there is a small hole here. I believe they call these media pass-throughs. But if you have a radio, or you have something in your pocket that you need to be able to pass a wire through, so that you can then get that into your ear, there are two small. No, where it is, it's right in the corner of the pocket, so I can't pull this out. But I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Very nice pockets. Outside that, on the front, no additional pockets, no additional kind of breast pockets. I feel with the size of these pockets, they certainly don't need those. If you need to be able to put a map in here, you can definitely fit a map. If you need to put your gloves, if you need to put a hat in here, they will fit, no issues whatsoever. So here at the bottom, there's the bottom of the pocket, there's the top, so they're probably a good 12 inches long. Yeah, very nice. Now moving on to the sleeves, by the way, whatever you saw in this pocket is identical to what you see in this pocket. Also the bicep pockets, whatever you will see in one, you will also see in the other. So there are bicep pockets on here, the bicep pockets are great. In here, there is also a lashing point in here, where is it now? I can't find it, but there's definitely a lashing point in there. These are lined with the same mesh material that the pockets, these main two front pockets are lined with. These are quite big as well. I like the fact that these are rather large. The top of this pocket comes all the way up. Oh, there's the lashing point. I've just found it. It comes all the way up to this top seam here, where your shoulder, the yoke of the shoulder and the arm meets, and then comes down. Almost kind of just where your bend in your pocket is there. YKK zips, they also have these little garages on, so if you want to push the zipper pull into there, you can do, and then you have those same little zipper pulls that you saw on the other one. No morale patch areas, but it does well without them. Then coming down on the right arm, the forearm section, there's no features on this. On the left arm, there is a small forearm pocket, so really designed for right-handed people. You have a small pocket on here. Now, I will say this is reasonably small. Hopefully you might be able to see, if I can get this at the right angle, you can see how big this pocket is. You can't fit a mobile phone into it. You might be able to fit, I can definitely fit my wallet into here. Where's my wallet? I can definitely fit that in here, but it's there just in case you need it, and you can fit certain items in there. It's great. Coming down onto the sleeves then, these are not adjustable sleeves. I have a 7.5 inch wrist, and there's still plenty of room underneath there. Now when I'm out and about like this, they come down just over my hands, which does help to stop some of the wind getting up there. The sleeves are ever so slightly longer than what I'd consider a normal sleeve. The main advantage for that is that you have you have these thumb pass-throughs. Oh, give my pocket back up. And that is the main reason for the extra length in the sleeves. So although yes, they're not adjustable, if you wanted to, you can put your thumbs through these eyelets here, which will make sure that it does stop to getting some of the air up there, and they do a great job of that as well. Now the last little bit, oh by the way, so as far as underarm, there are no underarm pockets. I think with this being a lighter fleece, then it kind of makes sense that you don't necessarily need that much kind of thermal regulation with under the pockets. You can undo the zip. The last little bits that are on here, and maybe I should take this off, so let me take this off. In fact, 2 pockets here and here, but whilst taking this off, these pockets here on the back, I believe Triple Aught Design refer to this as a what do they call this? They call this a hunter pocket. I just call it a back pass-through pocket, but one side is open here, and this goes all the way through to the other side. If I turn this back here, when you have a look at the mesh on here, you can get that in the right light, but this is quite deep. These are really quite large pockets. Personally, these pockets here at the back, because I generally tend to have a set pocket regime as to what I fit in each pocket, I don't tend to use these pockets, but when I do, it's for kind of periphery kind of items, so things like my hat, things like my gloves. I'll put these in the back here so that I can, I don't know, wave my arms around in the middle of the woods for a laugh, but it doesn't kind of get in the way of anything that I would normally fit in. I know that X is always in my left pocket, Y is always in my right pocket, but if I need to get this, it's just here at the back. If you needed to, if you had a certain type of belt, you can pass this through here, and what it will mean is it will still fit over the front so that you can pull this down, and again just help to keep your jacket in place if you do need to keep your belt over the top of your jacket. But yeah, close those off, and again, it's a really nice fleece. Now I will say it's very typical of Triple Aught Designs. Everything on here is high quality, as this is a quality brand. The Ranger the Ranger series has kind of become one of their staple items. There have been a few updates to this over the years, but it's become one of their staple items that a lot of people have bought over the years, and certainly love this, and I can definitely see why. Now, full disclosure, this was sent to me from Haynes. I do want to say a huge thank you to Haynes for sending me this my way. I have worked with them for a while now, and they're great people. They're from the south of Wales. If you don't know who Haynes are here in the UK, I mean, you probably do know who Haynes are. Haynes are Mr. EDC, especially when you're looking at EDC items on the internet here in the UK. The names EDC and Haynes are synonymous. They just go together. They always do. So being able to work with them, it certainly is an honour, and yeah, I'm really happy that they sent this to me. Now, of course, I will leave some links below so that you can see more from Haynes, and you can see more from their Triple Aught Design range that they carry. They do have, I'd probably say, the largest complement of all of the different types of Triple Aught Designs gear that you can get here in the UK, which is brilliant considering the import duties that you do have to pay a little bit more, because Triple Aught Designs are that kind of that premium kind of tier clothing. Struggling with my words then for a second. So not having to pay that by buying it here in the UK definitely helps. But yes, of course, I'll leave some of their links below so that you can see more from Haynes, Triple Aught Designs. I'll leave some of my social media links below so that you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC and my sister channel, Moorlander Tactical. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC out in the wilds of the Kingdom of the Moorlands again on another... I've got an itchy armpit. There we go, that's all I needed. Just shit falling from the trees again. For me, when I first got into EDC, it was the Triple Aught Design's Fast Pack EDC bag. I lusted over that for such a long time. That went weird. Let's not talk about my lusting. We can do that again. We should probably do that again. I'm talking to myself now in the woods. It's fine. How's it going? Yeah, pretty good. Good. Okay. I got lost a bit for a second then. I don't know where my brain went. Well, I know where my brain went. My brain just went and that was it. It does that a lot. Anyway.